Okay. First one.
Yes, Reki Kyan from Skate the Infinity.
He is not having a good time. Alright, he looks to me... You got kind of a variety of pictures here. He looks like he's... maybe that, like... In the top picture, he looks like a cool skater guy. Oh, I forgot he actually is a skater.
Yeah.
How fitting.
Yeah. Well, I said it's from Skate the Infinity. What did you expect?
Yeah, he looks like he fits that vibe.
Mm-hmm.
In the little picture in the corner with the caption for it, whatever. The little meme.
Yeah.
He looks like he would have a fun-loving side, but also maybe a little bit of anxiety is what I get from this picture, like the full-length picture. Like maybe he's like, ee. I mean, I know I'm awesome at this, but yeah, he's got cool shoes. But yeah, I feel like he has like kind of a cool guy vibe, but also kind of like a kid to him. How close am I?
You were actually really close. He went through, he's like this very much like a happy-go-lucky guy, and he thinks he's like so cool and stuff like that, and then like, but he also does kind of have like a little bit of anxiety of like how he, well, not anxiety, but I guess he does feel like this inferiority complex or something like that, where he feels like he's not quite good enough to match up with his best friend, who is like this snowboarding prodigy, and because of that automatically determines into skateboarding prodigy for some reason.
Yeah, because they are very similar.
Yeah, but they're not the same thing.
No, they're not. But they do generally go hand in hand. Somebody that's good with one is usually pretty good with the other.
Yeah, he doesn't feel like he can match up, and then because of that, they like broke off their friendship for a little bit, and then they like got back together as friends later on.
All right, I passed that test. Next guy,
Yuuichiro Hyakuya from Seraph of the End.
He looks like he has been trained to be mean. Like maybe he was, like just very broken. Somebody broke him down, and now he's just angry. Lots of anger. Because he also has that kind of childish look to him. Like he still has, you're smirking. Like he still has a sad little child inside, but he's just got to do his job because he looks like he's in some sort of military or something. So he looks like he's got to do his job, and in order to do that, he has to block out his former innocent child. Also, interesting tattoo.
Not exactly a tattoo, but I'll let it slide.
What is it?
It's like a mark that becomes more prominent later in the season. That becomes like more prominent later in the show.
Does he have a super cool birthmark?
It's not a birthmark. It's not a birthmark, and it's not a tattoo. It's just a mark that he gets. But your personality analysis is actually kind of close.
Okay.
Basically, something really traumatic happened, and he watched his whole family die, and... Well, first off, the whole world, like, died, and then, like, the next thing you know, like, all the kids are being taken to this, like, vampire warehouse thing. Not warehouse, but, like, this huge castle, like, thing, where it's, like, this huge facility.
Full of vampires.
Yeah, and, like, the kids are just, like, there, and they, like, give blood donations every day.
Interesting.
And then it's, like... Well, you could have stayed and watched episode 1 with me and Hayden when she was, like, bawling over everyone, all the kids dying. The end. Yeah, this is that one.
Or not the end, but this was that.
Seraph of the End, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is that one.
Okay. So I was kind of close on that one, too.
Yeah, he does become, like, very angry after all this. Well, he got angry as soon as they were kidnapped, and then after that he becomes, like, even more angry and, like, tries to adopt this, like, tough guy persona. Like, I don't care about anything. I don't care about the rules. I just want to fight vampires and stuff like that because I'm so angry at them for killing my family and my friends.
I'm 2 for 2.
Yeah.
As long as you keep providing adequate pictures. Oh. Well. This guy's scared. He has a lot of fear in him. He's also addicted to the cell phone. He's got ginormous feet. He's... Yeah, I feel like he's fearful. He also could be, like, in an insane asylum? I don't think he is, but this little pose over here makes me think of someone in, like, a psychotic state. Over in, like, huddling in the corner, afraid of whatever visions they're having at the moment. But then the top picture kind of shows that he can have that normal side to him.
All while he's still sitting in the same position.
Oh, well, I can't tell from that picture. I don't know what to make of the cell phone. I don't know if that's like his lifeline. Like, he looks pretty excited about this cell phone. I don't actually think he's addicted because it's a flip phone.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what can you really do with a flip phone?
Yeah. I mean, you can call people, but, like, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, you should know your dad had a flip phone.
Yeah, I had a flip phone.
Well, yeah, you had a flip phone too at one point, but, like, he had a flip phone for a very long time.
Yep. Yeah, so that's kind of my take on him. I don't know. I'm not feeling confident in this one.
You shouldn't be.
Ah! Alright.
He is this master genius detective who kind of, like, a lot of people headcanon him as autistic. I kind of see why, but at the same time, I still don't really like it when people, like, try to headcanon characters with, like, that are just different, and then they automatically go like, oh yeah, it's because they have autism. It's definitely coded in there. It annoys me when people do that. But, like, he's definitely very quirky.
Yes?
Hiro no Taiga from Hiro no Takagira / Sasuke Nomiano.
This guy's got some depression. Yeah, that's what I get from the top picture. That or he just has, like, severe burnout. Because, like, that's me right there. After socializing. Going to a barbecue or something, that's me. I come home and I'm just like, I can't think or move or look at anything. My brain has shut down. Alright, so what other vibes do I get from this guy? He's flirty.
What?
What? I don't know. Like, I feel like he got girly eyes in that. Like, he's like, ooh eyes. Okay. I feel like he's confident. He's got that confident stance to him. And also that ooh picture, which isn't really ooh, but
why do you keep referring to him as ooh?
I don't know. Because there's just something like, I don't know. I don't want to say it because, there's something like femininely attractive about that picture. Like where he looks like a pretty woman sitting there.
A pretty girl with short hair.
Yeah. It's the eyes.
Well, I mean, surprisingly, those are the more masculine eyes out of, like, most of the guys.
Well, but in the other picture, he doesn't look like his eyes don't look like that. In this one, in the black and white pictures, I feel like I see it, but in the color picture,
you don't.
I don't. Yeah, I get an air of confidence with him, but I think also, like I said, he may have, like, a touch of depression or at least, like, introversion where he gets burnout. And I don't know what to make of the middle picture. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna say guessing by the fact that he's smiling, he was looking at his roommate. I'm not saying that as a shipper, I'm saying that as a fact. He, like, only smiles when he's around his roommate.
Okay.
そうだな、人それぞれだとは思うけど、一緒にいたいとか、つなぎたいとか、キスしたいとか。
Gaara from Naruto.
Alright, it's hard to get any vibes from this guy other than terrifying. Because there's only, like, the two pictures are very similar. Like,
I couldn't find any pictures that didn't look like this.
That's alright. Maybe that's just his personality. He is powerful. That's what I get from him. He's powerful. He likes to wield his power over people. He looks a little sad in this other picture.
Maybe it's the lack of eyebrows.
Maybe. Could definitely be the lack of eyebrows.
It makes it hard to tell what he's thinking because, like, mostly, like, anime eyebrows are, like, very expressive, but, like, when you don't have them, it's hard to tell what mood they're in.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't really get anything else from him other than he's powerful and he likes to be powerful. But also maybe he's a little sad. Like maybe he has some sort of sad
Past or
backstory
something.
also, yeah.
That's like spot on.
Well, I don't know how you could look at this picture and not think, yeah, he is power hungry. Alright, so I'm pretty spot on with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sasuke Shume from Sasuke Nomiano.
Alright. He's the counterpart to the yellow-haired guy in the same suit. Yes?
What do you mean the counterpart?
Like, he's the other half of this show.
No.
No? Are they in the same show?
Well, yeah, technically.
They have the same outfit, so...
Yeah, because they go to the same school.
Okay.
Why would you assume Hinano is his counterpart when I literally said from Sasuke to Miyano?
Because if you think I remember the names of these people, you're wrong.
Bold me to assume I remember their names.
Right? You're lucky I remember my name. And your name. On a good day. This guy is kind of shy, but also has... Wait, let me zoom in on his picture a little bit. I feel like he's shy, but also maybe a little coy. Like, has a little bit of, like, a confidence to him, but he's not a confident person. I feel like maybe he's got kind of a curious nature to him. But as with everyone, a little bit sad. He's a little wistful, a little bit sad. In the bottom picture, he just walked in on his mom in the bathroom. Except his eyes would be bugging out even more than that, probably. Yeah, I don't know what to make of the bottom picture. But...
Nah, he wouldn't even stop and stare. He would just be like, nope.
Well, it's not a matter of stop and stare. It's that shock response where you can't even move because you're so terrified of what you're seeing, you're just frozen there. And every part of you is like, leave, just leave right now. But you can't make yourself move. He doesn't look quite that terrified, though. Maybe it's not terror on his face, or shock. I didn't see terror, I see shock, maybe. But maybe it's not shock, maybe it's like, not sure how to put that. Like he's seeing something he really wishes he didn't have to see, like his love interest with someone else, or something like that. Because his eyes look shocked / surprised, but his mouth is saying, I don't like what I see, like this makes me sad. So, how'd I do?
You got kind of the personality on point. He's not really shy so much as he is, like, kind of apathetic sometimes.
Okay.
Like, he doesn't really do well in school, and he doesn't really care that he doesn't do too well in school.
Okay.
At least he doesn't really try to put an effort in, but he still got into a good college, so... Anime logic, I guess.
I guess.
He is definitely kind of confident, like you said. How he has, like, somewhat of a confident nature in him. He's, like, very, not shy, but he's very on edge all the time. And he's, like, scared of hurting the people around him that he cares about because, like... It's, like, he has the few people he does care about, and then, like, everyone else is, like, I will not even acknowledge your existence, pretty much.
Oh. Okay.
Like, he acknowledges their existence, but it's, like, he's, like, I just don't care that much.
Yeah, I kind of get that from him. Like, he's kind of like, I mean, you can exist, but I don't really have any feelings about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Edgar Allan Poe from Bungo Stray Dogs.
Alright, this guy actually gives me kind of creepy vibes. I think it really is just, like, the hair and the outfit.
Because you can't see his eyes.
Yeah. But he has a raccoon, and raccoons are cute. So, he can't be all bad. Unless it's a bad raccoon, but...
Nah.
Raccoon looks pretty friendly.
Yeah, Carl's fine.
That's right, I keep forgetting his name's Carl.
Carl with a K. Because he's bougie.
Ooh. I feel like... Let me zoom in on this guy's face. Actually, in this picture, Carl looks a little cunning.
He's not, though. He's a good raccoon.
Alright, I feel like he is... No, I can't really get a take on this guy. Other than he seems kind of, like, dark. No, in this other picture, I feel like there's, like, an anguish to whatever's going on in that picture. So, I don't know if he's got something...
No, I'm trying to turn on my brightness.
I don't know if something sad has happened to him. I don't know, maybe he's almost like a numb. Maybe that would be how I would describe him, Is he just is kind of going through life like kind of numb about things?
He's not really cunning or numb or anything like that. He's actually very expressive, and one could have mistaken him for a theater kid.
Oh, I don't get that at all. Okay.
But he's just, like, very shy and introverted, and he's, like, this, like, gremlin who never sees the sun. He just, like, chills out at his home and writes mystery novels. And he also does, like, detective stuff sometimes.
Okay.
And he's, like, always, like, trying to prove that, like, Ranpo, who you'll see in a second, because I also included him in the slideshow. He's, like, trying to prove that he's, like, a worthy rival to Ranpo, because they had, like, a huge showdown back in, like, a few years back.
Okay.
And he, like, never let go of it, and then he, like, invited Ranpo and one of Ranpo's friends from the work that, like, to solve his mystery novel, and then Ranpo figured it out. And then he's like, oh yeah, by the way, I never forgot about you. And then they're like, oh, you didn't? Because, like, the first thing of the first interaction is like, who are you?
Right.
And then after he solves it, then he, like, tells Poe, he's like, you know, I never forgot about you. Like, I know who you are. He's like, how could I forget?
Interesting.
And then this scene, he's just, like, sliding into the detective agency with, like, some notes or a book, I think. And because this whole thing in one is that he's always, like, trying to show Ranpo his mystery books just to find one that he can't solve.
Okay.
That he writes.
Mm-hmm.
He, like, tries to write these impossible mysteries because Ranpo's, like, a super detective.
Okay.
And Ranpo always, like, figures it out instantly and has, like, how do you do this?
Is there an ending to his books where the mystery's solved?
No, he just writes, like, impossible mysteries and then Ranpo figures them out. Like, he writes, like, the riddle books or whatever. He just writes, like, impossible mysteries without, like, a true mystery solved ending. He just writes them to be confusing. And then Ranpo figures them out and he's like, how do you do this? Ranpo from Bungo Stray Dogs.
Alright.
Couldn't find many pictures that weren't fan art, so.
Alright, I feel like this guy's kind of playful. I don't know if I've said this before, other times you've showed him to me, but he feels like a Genshin character to me.
You have not said that before. What?
I don't know, this picture makes me think of like a Genshin character. I feel like he's playful, thoughtful, like he's got a deep side to him, like where he feels things deeply.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like he's also like very light, like he feels things deeply, but he doesn't take things too seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Like he can kind of take it in, deal with it, and then move on and still be light and fluffy. I don't know, I feel like he'd be kind of a fun-loving type character. Like an easy to get along with, kind of gets along with everybody kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I get for him.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Alright.
He is, like, a certified, like, kind of idiot. Like, he doesn't really know what he's doing, like, 90% of the time, but his whole shtick is that, like, he's super dumb, but then he puts on these glasses and then he's convinced that he has this, like, ability and becomes super smart when he puts them on.
Oh, jeez.
When in reality, he's just super smart all the time, but he just doesn't know it. But he becomes, like, the super detective.
Okay.
When he puts on the glasses, because he's convinced that makes him smarter, but it doesn't. It doesn't. He's
Interesting.
just always that smart, but doesn't know it.
Interesting. We all need a pair of those glasses.
Yeah.
They're confidence boosters.
Ritsuka Unoyama from Given.
This guy is very sad. And since I happen to know this is a music anime, I feel like he writes sad songs. Like songs, or maybe not even sad, but very deep songs. I feel like he's a deep guy. Like he's got deep hurt on this side, and then he's got a deep anger, not like an outburst angry, but just like an inner anger. I feel like he tries not to show it to too many people, but it's there.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like overwhelmingly he's got kind of a, maybe not a depressing personality, but more of like a melancholy personality. How'd I do?
That's kind of accurate, except he does very much, like, get mad over very small things and then just, like, screams about it.
Oh, okay.
Not because he's trying to be a jerk, but just because he just, like, there's one scene where he literally just, like, slams his head into a desk and just screams, dang it!
What the hell is that supposed to mean? Damn it!
But yeah, he is, like, kind of deep and stuff like that. He's dealing with a lot of inner feelings
Alright.
that he can't quite express for reasons.
Yeah.
He doesn't write songs. He more so writes the music for the songs. That's the last one.
That's the end?
Yeah, that's the end.
I didn't do too terrible.
Yeah, you did pretty good.